and welcome to today's episode of another podcast. Today we're going to speak about special questions with my today's guest, who you might see last Sunday, Jan Andruszko, Global Director of Product, Certified Mindfulness Facilitator, Mentor, entrepreneur with more than 14 years of experience. Last time we spoke about major topic, the power of mindfulness. Jan gave us really amazing tips and advice what to start to implement in our everyday life to feel more energized, to reduce stress, and to find more balance. Hello, Jan. Welcome to today's episode again. Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Hello again, Jana. Nice to see you. Likewise.
Yes, yes. Thank you for today for your time. Today, I would like to ask you a few questions about you and your personal habits, what you started or what you do in your everyday life, which helps you to reduce stress and which helps you to find balance. So, can I start asking you questions?
Absolutely. Go for it.
Super, super. So, tell me, what brings you the biggest joy in your life?
The biggest joy in my life is, I think, about realizing my dreams. Like,
Uh
I think
huh.
not it's not something which is like very strange. Yeah, like each of us would like to follow their dreams. So like I wake up each day at 5 a.m., right? So I do have my morning routine linked to the physical exercise, mindfulness exercise. Then I usually do something for my own business, investments, or foundation, sending the emails, recalculating ROE and some stuff. I do also go to the gym in the morning. So when I start my work around 8 a.m., I'm already happy, yeah, because I already made something for my life. I also have done something for my health, and I also have done something for the others, yeah, like arranging another workshop or a trip from the children from the orphanage that my Andruszko Foundation supports. So it just makes me happy, calm, and satisfied already from 8 a.m., yeah, that I already made something great during that day.
Ah, amazing. Love it. You started to mention your daily routine. So how does your morning routine look like, really?
Mhm.
Or
So,
you mentioned, sorry, sorry.
sure. So I wake up at 5 a.m. Yeah. So like I am a 5 a.m. club member. So first thing that I do is that I don't take my mobile phone. And that was an habit that I developed not that long time ago. Yeah. Because waking up at 5 a.m. Makes me go to sleep at 10 p.m. maximum, and a lot of people still write to me, call me, send me some messages on the social media after the 10 p.m. So that was like the natural habit to unlock my phone and just take a look what has been happening over the night, if there are some customers calling me, friends, and so on. But I stopped doing that. Yeah. So the very first thing that I do is I wake up. I do one of my mindfulness exercises between 5 up to 30 minutes depending of what I need to do more. Okay. Then I do a bit of the stretching connected with yoga. It takes really about 3 minutes. It's just to really wake up my body. Okay. Then I do take a coffee, like regular proper drip coffee, and just I'd like to taste it and just feel happy. And then depending, yes, exactly, coffee is great. And then it depends on the day. Like sometimes when for me it's like a training day, I go to the gym. So before 6 a.m. I'm already warm up at the gym, okay, doing the exercises. If it's like no exercise day, I sit down to my notebook, I sit down to my PC, and I try to do the things all for my own, as we mentioned. It's either the business or some mindfulness trainings or some foundation related things, yeah. Then, of course, I take a shower, I take the breakfast. Then my children wake up, so I help them to prepare for the school, for the kindergarten. Then together with my wife, we are arranging all the important logistic in the morning, who's driving each children, to the right
Uh-huh.
place. Yeah. And then I start my work day around 8 a.m., sometimes earlier, sometimes later, as a director. Yeah. So I try to be flexible because sometimes I need to have my work meetings at 6 a.m. already because I need to speak with the people with on Australia. Sometimes I do need to hold some calls around 11 p.m. my time just to speak with my South America colleagues and customers. Okay, so I try to be flexible and to be gentle to myself because if I have to do a late night call, well, then I wake up at 6 a.m. just to let my body have a proper time for recovery. Yeah, so I do have my fixed routine, but it's pretty flexible again to meet what I have to do each day.
I love your routine. Only it's really challenging regarding the time, especially for me, because you said that you wake up at 5, which is perfect, really amazing. You are really good, and that at 6 you are in the gym. Do you have gym in your house, or do you travel somewhere? Is it nearby where you live? Because at 6 a.m.
Yes, indeed, it's nearby. Like
Mhm.
I do not like practicing at home. Yeah, like I like to change the condition. I like to change environment for practicing. So when I'm at home, I'm at home. When I'm at the gym, I'm in the training mode. Okay, so it helps me just to change also my mindset there. Yeah, so I'm lucky to have the gym around 1 kilometer from the place that I live. So one thing that I always try to do is to go there on foot, by running, or on the bicycle. So I have a lot of friends for driving this distance by a car, but for me it's like a bit senseless. Why do you go to the gym to exercise, but you make this very first step by car? Okay,
Yes, exactly.
but yeah, I have pretty close by gym to my place.
Oh, that's really great. So at 8 o'clock, you have done all your like checklist, like personal things, and it's really you can start work, right? Or first
Yeah.
kids and then work. Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Well done.
and it's great because it frees up my mind. It
Yeah,
makes me
yeah.
satisfied and happy that I already done a lot of things for myself. So when I start my work, like I can just fully go ahead with my work and give the best that I can, knowing
Mhm.
that after the work there is nothing else that I have to do except playing with my children. And
Yeah,
that's
that's
just like a great feeling because when I stop my work, I can move to my family life. We can go to do something together without again judging myself that, oh, I still need to do that, oh, I still need to do something for my business, oh, I still need to respond to that email. Yeah, that's all done in the morning.
yeah. I just really love it because then you have really space for your family, and you can really focus on them and not on those things. It's really wonderful. Uh, um, but I have just one question regarding the gym because by me, when I go early in the morning, which 6 a.m. is early in the morning,
Yes,
it's
it
so
is.
early. It's when I'm in the gym or when I exercise. No, I'm not counting yoga here at home. I feel tired after the exercise because it's like too much energy in the early morning, and I feel better in the evening when I do it or later in the like more physical exercise. What would you recommend to people like me to do when they have it like this?
That's a good question. Well, the very first thing is that let's just exercise. Like, no matter what you do, no matter when you do it, just do it. Yeah, the most important thing is to do it. Now, yes, like for me, I used to do it in the evenings. Yeah, and then I started to do that in the morning because I found that even if I'm a bit tired, yeah, I'm still energized. Yeah, I increase the level of my endorphins, I increase my level of the energy. So even if I'm physically tired, yeah, like mentally, I'm just energized, I'm ready to go for it. Now, the second point is proper nutrition. Yeah, so like I work with a professional nutritionist, yeah, who really helps me to like build the diet, and it's not like very specific diet, very sophisticated regime. But again, as in mindfulness, small step matters, yeah, and I develop some micro habits which just helps me to keep energized from the morning have a proper level of energy at the gym, then have a good meal after the gym before I start to work, just not to be like overwhelmed and go down with the energy, yeah, and then to have a proper meal in the evening before going to sleep, yeah. So I would suggest in like overlooking the nutrition regime, because that helps a lot as well.
Perfect. Thank you for this really great tip. What about during the day? Do you have any? Do you have any? Do you have space to relax or to calm your mind when it's really busy?
Well, I do not have any, PlayStation room or some room that, I can like distress as in some IT companies. Yeah. So, again, small things matter, and I try to find even like 15 or 10 minutes between some Teams meeting just to do some exercise, just to stop, or even take a coffee. But for example, go to the terrace, go outside of the house for like 5-10 minutes to take like a fresh breath. Take a coffee without looking on my mobile phone or anything else. Yeah, just also to get my eyes a little bit recover a little bit. Okay, so again, small things matter. This is what I try to implement during the day.
Perfect. And what about evening? How does your evening look like?
In the evenings, yes, I do often feel being tired. Yeah, that's pretty normal. So of course, try to spend the time with the children as much as I can. Yeah. Then when they go to sleep, we try to spend some time with my wife as well, of course. But like I do have to go to sleep at 10 p.m. Yeah. Otherwise, all the routine will be distracted. Like I really need 7 hours at least of a proper sleep to recover. So one of the things that I do in the evenings, except some small mindfulness techniques, is also reading a book. No matter what book it is, yeah, but it helps firstly to avoid having the contact with mobile phone, TV, or anything else, yeah, but also it helps me to somehow calm my brain down before going to sleep. And thirdly, it's also about a personal development, yeah. So sometimes those are like adventurous books, but sometimes those are the books related to self-development, financial freedom, business building. So it's also a part of the personal development that I always try to find some time during the day to really increase my skills and knowledge.
Perfect. What book are you reading currently?
Well, I've just finished the Brian Tracy's book about the art of sales psychology, yeah, about speaking with the customers and giving the added value to people. So that's like the book that I have accomplished, and I really love that. I took a lot of notes from that book. So right now I try to balance it, and I started to read some Polish author, criminal, yeah, like crime story. I love that. Yeah, I really enjoy that. So I try to mix it, yeah, not to be like too much, self-driven, educated-driven. It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
important. So I try to do like one educational book, one criminal something for myself, and this is how I continue.
Jan, how many books do you read per year? I think quite many, no?
Yes, like on average, I would say this is like 1-2 books per month. Yeah, so it makes about like 20 books for the year. Now, during the holidays, during 2 weeks of holidays, sometimes I read three of them in a row. So I love just spending the mornings in the holidays when I can just go out and read the book, taking the coffee for even like in 1 hour before the breakfast when the children are still asleep. So that's like a great thing to do. And yeah, I must say I do love the books. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. How do you relax? What's your favorite way how to relax?
Except some, mindfulness breathing exercises, I love going to the mountains.
Hmm.
And sometimes I go there, of course, with my friends. Sometimes I go there with my family. But I really love from time to time, at least once per 2 months, at least, to go to the mountains only by myself, all alone. And then I wake up around, for example, 4 a.m. on Sunday. Yeah, I go, for example, the Tatra Mountains, which are nearby Krakow, and then I just have like a proper hiking. Usually, I'm one of the first people before all the tourists come. So I can really, enjoy the track. I can really enjoy the nurture. I can have the physical exercise just by being alone without being distracted or talking to
Mhm.
anyone. Yeah. And then I come back for normally the lunch. So I still have half of the day to with my family. Yeah. So
Mhm.
this is, the balance I try to keep, but that's something which is really relaxing me greatly. Just going to mountains all alone by myself.
Perfect. So nature. When you compare, when you can decide about a holiday, do you prefer sea or mountains?
Oh, for holidays, it's definitely sea. Yeah, like I love the water. I love the sea. I love the smell of the sea. I love, the sound of the sea. So yes, usually during the holidays, we go to the place with a water. Can be lake even, but between the holidays, I usually go to mountains. Any mountains that I like because I just love enjoying the nature, and of course, it wouldn't be anything new for us. But spending the time on nature is something that can really calm you down, relax you, and again, we have spoken last time about depression. Well, actually,
Mhm.
spending the time on nature is one of the key things that you can do to prevent depression. So it's really
Mhm.
important.
Oh, perfect. What do you prefer, tea or coffee?
Coffee, definitely.
Uh-huh. How many coffees do you drink a day?
Nowadays, only one. I used to take three. Nowadays, it's one strong coffee in the morning.
Is it since Spain or longer time?
Actually, yes. Actually, yes. You're
Yes.
right. Yeah. Because then somehow I realized, wow, I can live without coffee. I can keep high level of energy without the coffee. So like I still drink the coffee in the morning because I like the taste and I
Oh,
like, the whole way of preparing the coffee and having like a proper drink. But then I use it more for pleasure, not as a tool to keep me
yeah.
energized during the day.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Super, super. What personally inspires you and drives you in your life?
I think I would think about two people, two persons. One of it will be the Kobe Bryant. So I'm definitely not a basketball fan. I am a huge sports fan, but basketball was never my favorite sport. But I love reading all Kobe Bryant books, listening to his podcast, and discovering his like Mamba mentality. Yeah, about how engaged, how committed he was. Yeah, like without finding any excuses. So it's just great, and it's just like keep motivating me, especially that he also had children. Yeah, and like in one of the podcasts, he was in the interviews, he was mentioning that her daughter started to run with him at 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, so that was just like amazing. Yeah, how you can inspire your
Yeah.
children, right? And the second person that I would mention is Cristiano Ronaldo. So I am
Mhm.
a big football fan, and I don't want to come to the discussion who is better, Leo Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. But the thing that I really admire at Ronaldo is like it's difficult to get to the top, but staying at the top level for so many years
Yeah.
is just amazing. So again, the level of commitment that he has at this age, yeah, and like some people complain and love that he is, for example, still crying at the age of almost 40 when missing the penalty, but that just shows how committed he is. It's not the World Cup final, yeah, but he's so dedicated that he always wants to score. He always wants to win all the games. Besides the fact that he's already a legend, yeah. So I really admire him for his like constant willingness to improve himself and take care about himself as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. I sometimes see his on YouTube some of his videos, and it's really inspiring. Even I'm not a fan of football, I really admire him. Tell me, you mentioned commitments. How do you think are commitments important in our life?
Oh, I think they are really driving our lives, right?
Hmm.
And like it all starts with your dreams. that you have to transform into the goals, and your commitments help you to reach those goals. Yeah, so it's great to dream, but if you don't have any plan to realize those dreams, they will just remain on the dream level, yeah, not on the goal level. So I like to transfer my dreams into my goals, and the goals I can translate into some actions, yeah, and the commitment and discipline help me to reach those goals, hence realize my dreams. So
Mhm.
commitment is like really the best way to make our dreams come true.
Do you have now, I'm not speaking about work or like work business oriented things, but do you have some commitment which you recently, for example, in Spain, which you have done well, told to yourself, which you will start to apply?
Yeah, well, speaking about Spain, there was one commitment that I made to myself. It was about like not eating sugar at all. Yeah, because like I like sugar, I like, I don't eat much of them, but then I just said to myself, well, it's also a matter of showing to myself the discipline that I can
Yeah.
remain committed. And it's not about like, eating a cookie or not. For me, it's about being able to say to myself that I don't have to reward myself, yeah, for that, right now I do eat sweets, but not when I'm like just desperate to get it.
Hmm.
So I like to say to myself, okay, I have all the reasons, to take the sweet, to eat this cookie, yeah, but I will not, yeah, because I know that it's not healthy for me. But for example, today is the Saturday. After our podcast, I will go with my wife and daughters to the city center. We'll have a good time together, and for sure, I will eat cakes with my daughters. So there's no problem with that. But that's like my conscious decision, and not like rewarding myself straight away. Yeah, so it helps me to build my commitments and to keep being disciplined.
Perfect, perfect. When we were speaking about your daily routine and night routine, you have a partner, you have a wife. So it's I'm now speaking about inspiration for other people who are living in a couple. How do you combine your evening, especially evening, but also morning routine with your wife? Because you it's also important time to me well to see you actively with her. So how do you do it together?
Well, again, no silver bullet solution, and I must admit it is challenging, especially that like we operate, I wouldn't say in a different time zones with my wife, but my wife is not definitely at 5 a.m. Club member, so she wakes up around 6:30 or even 7, yeah, hence she's going to sleep later than I do, yeah, so like it's important to find this time during the day to spend some time together, especially when the children goes to sleep, just to have a proper talk, yeah, without the mobile phones, just to speak about any plans, even watch a TV together, yeah. So of course there's not too much time that we can have, especially when the children are still like absorbing us very much, but we also always try to find some slot for like a proper quality time. And it's not easy because sometimes I'm feeling just too tired, and I just tell her, sorry, it's 9:30, but I need to go to sleep because I'm just too tired. That's all right. So I believe it's also about being mindful and understanding the other person is that sometimes like we can be tired, okay, and like sometimes we just need to spend some time alone, okay, just for ourselves, yeah. So it's not about like forcing ourselves to spend time together desperately each hour each day. Yeah, like
Oh,
let's spend less time together. Let's do it, I don't know, have a proper time during the weekend, but make it a really quality time rather
yeah.
than a time, right?
That just do it, yeah, 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 and not be present. Amazing. Look, love it. Well, one last question from my side. When you have a stressful day, like busy and stressful day, what do you do to feel better during the day? Is well, of course, the morning routine, the evening routine, but is there something else what you do during the day when it's really busy or stressful?
Um, Yes, I do. There is one thing that I like to do, very similar to what we talked last time about Sunday evening routine and writing the goals down, is the other way around. I sit down and write what I have accomplished during that day. So it's
Oh,
like really a thankful exercise, right? So, and I'm not just writing down the big things that I have accomplished, because sometimes there are no big things during the day, but I start to write each single thing that I have accomplished, and can be as simple as driving my daughter to the kindergarten, like saying that I'm so lucky because a lot of parents cannot do that, and I could, yeah, it was great. Like I could have like a nice call with a friend of mine. Great, I write it down, yeah? Like, I help with an advice to one of my employees with a personal life. That's great, I write it down. So, like, we tend to, concentrate on the big things, big achievements, and we do tend to somehow underestimate small things in our lives. And small things matter. So, the exercise to again sit down with a pen and paper and write down the small things that you have accomplished will not only make you happy and satisfied, but will also distress you, yeah, because you are giving the message to your brain, everything is alright. You made a fabulous, amazing day.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Is there any message you would like to share with people who are watching or listening to today's episode?
Thank you, Jana. Like, the only thing that I could tell to all of you, small things matter. Yeah? So don't start with the big things, okay? Don't try to become like, certified mindfulness Buddhism monk in a day, yeah? Start with a small step. Start with a small habits, as we've spoken, with list to do, with the list that you are thankful for. Start with a small breathing exercises, but do them consistently, and you will see immediately a lot of effects and simply be more calm, more present, and more happy in your life.
And thank you very much for amazing
Thank you, Jana.
tips, for sharing what your life looks like or day, and really for your time. Very valuable.
Thank you very much for invitation. Once again, Jana, wishing you a good day, and yeah, hopefully that we encourage some people to practice mindfulness techniques today.
I believe definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, if you feel need to improve the mindfulness techniques, feel free to not only to share this episode with any of your friends, but absolutely you can also contact Jan. I will leave his contact details and website and social media in the descriptions. I also and thank you all for watching and listening to today's episode and following Jana Talk podcast, and wish you a wonderful day, and I will be looking forward to seeing you next Sunday. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.